In this video, let's talk about how can you be successful in the stock market. Is it possible to be successful in trading and investing? Is the stock market something that you can learn? Is it a learned skill, or is it something that you are born with? If you want to know more on how you can be successful trading the markets, then you have to check this video out. Hi everyone, so we're back again for another deep dive, this time on successful traits, skills, principles on how you can be successful in the markets. And being in the markets for more than a decade now, I had my share also of failures, successes, and also things in between that I still need to work on. And please remember this, we're all a work in progress. No one in the market is perfect. Again, except for my wife. But above and beyond that, no one can play a perfect game. You will always have mistakes in the market. But here's the thing, you should never let failure define who you are, and you should let whatever mistakes that are there to build you and make you successful. So this video is brought to you by a question sent by Victoria Palmores from Las Piñas City. This is what she's saying. Hi, Mr. Guillermo. I'm a 22-year-old fresh grad. I'm so inspired not only by the way you trade the markets, but also I see it in Instagram, how you honor your wife with your life. Wow, mukhang kinakabahan ako, love life na naman, bagsak na to. Anyways, as a single independent woman, ayan na, love life nga. I think it's what we all aspire for, sir. Not just to be good in money and finances, but also to marry someone. Ayan na, love life. Guys, this is Stock Smarts, not Tinder. So just a reminder to everyone to also marry someone who will treat us right. Sorry sir for touching about love life, but I got so touched by your last video where you shared that single people should maximize and be the best version of themselves while they are single, and not just fuss about if they have a boyfriend or not. Thank you sir, you are amazing, just the way you are, ha ha ha. Parang kanta yun ah. Anyways, Sir Marvin, my question is, because of your books and videos, I am super inspired to start investing in the Philippine markets and the US markets via eToro. Do you have any tips for me as a beginner on how I can be successful as you? Thank you and God bless you, sir. I won't call you guiding light anymore, sir, because you said not to call you guiding light. Guiding light. First of all, totoo naman eh. Use the finest years of your life to maximize who you are. Walk in your dreams, walk in your purposes, walk in the things that you know you're called to be in. And here's what I believe whoever your spouse will be should not be someone who should take you away from your destiny, but your destinies will be intertwined. Where you're supposed to be, that's where he or she is supposed to be also. And when you get into a relationship, when you get married, it makes you even bigger, stronger, and your scope of influence will become so amazing. Pero guys, hindi to love channel, hindi to Joe DeMango. Kilala niyo ba si Joe DeMango kung naabutan niyo pa yon? Please remember that in the stock market, what people always see is the results. What they don't see are the things behind the results. But above and beyond that, I want to share this, that success is not a destination. Success is not a finish line. Success is already a starting point, that wherever you are right now, no matter if your bank account reflects it, no matter how big your portfolio is, no matter what cash flow you're getting, you are already successful. Success is a starting point. If you realize that you're a success, you will act also doing successful things. If you realize and you think you are a failure, you're gonna do things that will cause you to fail. So please remember that you are not a failure. You may make mistakes, you may make wrong trades, you may lose money when you start trading the markets, but that does not define who you are. In this video, I want to share 7 P's on how you can be successful in the stock market. And I just really want to share things about myself on how I trade and the things on how I think also, because this is what I believe is success in trading and investing. It's not just purely about technicals, it's not just purely about fundamentals, it's not just purely about how you allocate cash as well, but it's about a lot of things woven together that will allow you to be able to be the trader or investor that you are. So 7 P's, comment below 7 P's if you're excited. Comment, smash the like button if this is something that you are excited about and you know will help you in your trades. So first P is principles. You have to use the right principles when you trade. What do I mean by that? For me, what I use, and I've been consistent on this, over and over and over again is that I just use technicals and I just use fundamentals. That's it. I'm not saying that's the only way for you to make money, because I know a lot of people who don't use technicals, who don't use fundamentals, but they're making money as well. But for me, I can only impart to you what I use. I can only impart to you what I know. And what I know is technicals and fundamentals works for me. So if I will just jot down at least snippets of what I use in fundamentals, and you can review the older videos that I have talking about bits and pieces of it, or some of it are also in the books and in the seminars. But for fundamentals, I just like looking at the macroeconomics. I just like to know where the economy is headed, because where the economy is headed, that's where I'm gonna deploy cash as an investor. I just deploy cash where the money's going. What else? When I start looking at the company, and if you've seen some of the deep dives that I've done, it's very, very consistent. I look at the sales, I like the sales growing. I look at the earnings, net income, I want the net income growing. I want a very, very strong balance sheet, because at the end of the day, cash is still king, especially right now. And what's happening? Those that have cash are very, very flexible. Those that have cash will have options. What else do I look at? I look at ROE. I want its ROE to be amazing. I want the EPS to be increasing. I want a company that's liquid. That's why I look at the current ratio, the quick ratio of the company that I'm trying to analyze. It's very, very important for me also to look at the debt levels of the company. That's why the debt to equity ratio is very, very important. Then I also have to know, is the company that I'm buying not just growing, but are they also cheap at the time that I want to acquire them? That's why I look at either the PE ratio or the price to book ratio. What else do I look at? I also look at if the company is undervalued, because it does not matter if the company is so good, so great, but you're buying it at a very, very high price, and it doesn't matter anymore. Then for my dividend portfolio or dividend investing, the consistency of the dividends is so important to me. The dividend yield is also so important to me. So those are the things that I look at. Or from a qualitative fundamental analysis perspective, I also look at, does it have a durable competitive advantage? Is it in a monopoly? Is it the market leader? Does it have brand? And those are some of the things that I look at. Those are some of the principles that I look at from an investing standpoint. From a trading standpoint, there are a lot of principles also that I look at. And if you've been following the videos, I look at support and resistance. I look at the trend. I look at the moving average. I look at the MACD, the RSI, the ADX. I look at the volume bars. I look at the Chaikin money flow oscillator. I look at ADO. I can use also Bollinger Bands. I can use Fibonacci Retracements. I can use a parabolic SAR. I can use chart patterns, ascending triangles. So those are my principles. Those are the things that are my firm foundation before I make a trade. Without knowing those things, without looking at those things, I don't do anything. So it's better for me to not have any action at all than not base my decisions on footing that's solid. Because please remember this, a building will only go as high as what its foundation is. And my foundation is technicals and fundamentals. That's why you need the right principles. Second P, before you make the trade, you need to have a plan. The plan is so important, and your plan is predicated on what those right principles are. Let me give you an example. If you are an investor, I mentioned earlier about sales. I mentioned earlier about net income. What's your plan? Part of your filter could be, I will only buy companies whose net income is growing at this rate. Anything lower than this rate, I'm not buying it anymore. So that's your plan founded on the right principles. Or when you try to analyze it properly, and for those who read Winning Strategies for Investing, it's all in that book, or those who attended the fundamental analysis seminars, that I would always say over and over, part of my plan could also be, if I'm very, very strict at valuations, it has to be from a P ratio perspective, I can set a cutoff. It should not be higher than this perspective. Or from a dividend yield perspective, if your part of your rules is dividend, part of your plan is dividends, that okay, I will only buy this stock if I have a dividend yield at this point in time. If you're a technical investor, you're a trader, part of your plan based on sound principles is this. Okay, I will only buy the stock if it goes above the 20-day moving average. Or it could be part of your rule, am I using the 20-day or am I using the 50-day? Or it could be part of your plan also that, okay, I will only buy the stock if it goes above the 20 and the 50-day moving average. Or part of your plan also based on the right principles is, I will use an SMA, not an EMA. Or part of your plan also, if you're using moving averages, I will only buy the stock when there's a crossover between the shorter term moving average, which you define as 20, from the longer term moving average, which you define is 50. So there's so much combinations available, there's so much rules, but what's very, very important is you need to make the plan based on sound principles. So that's number 2, principle, plan. Comment below if you're learning, and if you're learning, smash that like button so that ma-excite din naman ako. Anyways, number 3 is you need to practice. People always say practice makes perfect. That's not true. Practice does not make perfect. Practice make permanent. You practice so hard because as you practice so hard what you've been practicing when no one is watching, you become better at it. That to you it seems so normal, but to everyone else you look so good. So I keep saying this over and over. The way for you to be able to do it, to become better at your trades, to become better in the stock market, is to just do it over and over and over and over and over again. And that's the reason why Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, because he keeps on practicing. That when the game is down the line, when a shot needs to be made for them to win, to him, it feels normal, it sounds normal, because he's done it over and over and over and over again. And I say that to you also. It might be in a recession, it might be in a bull market, but to you, it's just the same trade, because you've done it so many times over and over and over again, that the right principle, the right plan, coupled with practice, because you've seen it work, you've done it so many times, it doesn't feel like it's so scary to you. The only time it becomes scary is because you have not done it, you have not done the work for it. Trading is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better you become. The lesser you exercise it, it doesn't build strength to you. And the more you practice it, it allows you to discern already, and not by concept, not by something that you read, not by a video that you watch, if that trade is okay for you, because you've seen it, you've practiced it, you know if this is something that will work for you or not. So keep on practicing, and I'll say this over and over and over and over. There's no shortcut to this eh. If you want to get better at it, put in the time. 4th P, pera. Nagtagalog ako eh. But money. People always say that you simulate, keep on practicing, you paper trade. But I'll say this, there will come a point in time that you need to put and deploy money into it. When I say you need to put and deploy money into it, the stock market's all about emotions, and it's hard to become emotional pag walang pera nakasalalay eh. If your money that you've worked hard for is not on the line, eh ba hindi mo siya siseryosohin eh. I'd rather that you put 1,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos, 6,000 pesos. It does not matter what the amount is, but as long as you deploy money, pera, so that you can practice, so that you can follow your plan based on the right principles. And please remember this, and I've been saying this in all of the videos that I've been making, the stock market's all about volume. And the sooner that you realize the fastest way for you to be able to do it, to grow wealth, is to have larger volume, not getting jackpot trades, the more consistent you will be in your trading. So as you start practicing, deploy capital and put in an amount of money that will make you confident in your trades. Number 5, and this puts everything into full circle for you to be successful in the stock market, is you need patience. You're watching this and you're trading the markets on your 3rd month and the results are not happening. If your business, if you in your profession, when you were starting out, hindi ka magaling sa 3rd month, eh normal yun eh. But why do people, pagdating sa stock market, they always think na kailangan ko maging magaling kagad. Kailangan, when people start losing money and failing on the 4th month, on the 6th month, on the 9th month, on the 12th month, they get discouraged. But you have to realize that for you to be good at something, 10,000 hours, intentional practice, intentional dedication. It's a skill that you need to hone. It's something that you have to build over time. That's why be wary when people say that, oh, invest kayo dito, kaya nyo kumita kagad ng ganito kabilis. Pwede yun. But because they did the time for it also, what you're just seeing is the results of what they did. And you also, you have to do it by yourself. You have to do the time. You have to be patient, that if it's not working on month number 9, guess what? If you're 30 years old, and you live till 85, you live till 90, you have 50 plus, 60 plus years to enjoy it, to grow in the market, and to build the skill. And I'm saying this all the time eh. I'm 36 right now. I started in my early 20s. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm very, very patient, because whoever's the most patient will always win eh. Patience in trading the markets is the game. It also, just to translate it into something that's very, very practical, if may buy signal, nakita mo may buy signal and you start to buy, and then your sell signal does not come out yet 1 week into it, what do? You deploy patience and you don't do anything. And in the same way, if you have cash and all of the stocks in your watch list does not have any buy signal, what do? You deploy patience, you don't do anything until your signals are met. And that's why I'm saying patience in all of this is so important. Comment below kung naalala nyo pa lahat ng sinasabi ko. Go, I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put it in the comment section. Ano na yung pinag-usapan natin? Go, 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 go. Number 6, passion. You have to love what you do. You have to love investing. Investing to you should be the game, that you're not just doing it for money. Kasi kung habol nyo lang pera, when you get disappointed, you will quit. Kung habol nyo lang yumaman, when things get hard, you will quit. Kung habol nyo lang yumaman, pag nakuha nyo na yung 10 million nyo, nakuha nyo na yung 50 million nyo, you will quit kasi nakuha nyo na yung pera. But if you do it because you love it, because you do it because it's the game, kahit madaling araw, tas mayaman na kayo, magre-research pa rin kayo para sa sunod nyo na investment the next time. That's why Warren Buffett at 90 years old is still investing in the market. And this is what I've seen from so many people who are much richer. They're doing business, they're investing, not because they love the money. They're doing it because to them, it's the game. Here's the thing, if hindi man stock market yung pinaka nagustuhan nyo, if it's not stocks and you're just doing it kasi uso, you're just doing it kasi it's a good way to make money, then you're missing out. Life is too short. Do something that you love. Do something that makes you feel alive. And for me, siguro that's why it translates into this. That's why I'm not just investing and trading the markets, but I love also sharing it to a lot of people because I love it. You have to find something that you love. You have to find something that you're excited about. You have to find something that buhay na buhay kayo every time na ginagawa nyo siya. That when you look at the charts, when you look at the numbers, when you start analyzing things, when you look at the US markets, the Philippine markets, na-excite kayo. If it's 2020 right now, is this something that by 2030, 2035, 2040, am I still excited doing it? Because it allows you to build also the foundation. And again, I'll say this over and over. If you do what you love, you'll never work a single day in your life. I started investing in my early 20s. I'm now 36, turning 37 this September. But I can actually say that when I hit my 80s and when I hit my 90s, I'm still gonna do this. Because this to me is not work. But please do note this. Hindi ako napapagod. I may be also making this video madaling araw. Kung alam nyo lang guys kung anong oras ko itong ginagawa. You'll be shocked. But I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't trade investing. I wouldn't also trade sharing my ideas to you for anything else. Even if I got $1 billion tomorrow, I'll still be in the stock market and I'll still be making videos for you. Because again, if you do what you love, you will never work a single day in your life. But passion also is, because you love it so much, no matter how hard it is, you will push through and do it. That's number 6. Lastly, and this is something that is real to me, and this is something that has helped me also, is number 7. You pray. Prayer works. You pray not just when you're in a bad situation, you pray not just when you're in a good situation, that it should be a lifestyle. The more you pray, the more you realize that problems around you are not as big as what you think it is. Prayer allows you to focus on not how small you are, but how big God is and how blessed you are in Him. And that's what keeps me afloat, even when what you see around you is hopeless, when a lot of people are scared. Because I know my future is not based on my hands. I know that my future, my ability to earn is not based on what the stock market is. But my ability to earn is, I know that God has blessed me, that my blessing is not dependent on who I am. And my blessing is based on, because God loves me and He has a great future for me. And that's what pushes me to learn all of this. These principles, the plan, the practice, pera, the patience to be able to do it, and the passion. It's because I know what I'm walking into. Because of God, whatever I put my hand to will prosper. And I hope you get this. And I purposely ended it with that because I really believe that all the money in the world, all the skills in the world, if you don't know what's it for, if you don't know that there's still a hope and a future for you, it becomes pointless. So there. And that's what allows me to become successful in life. I know that success in investing in the stock market is not about who I am. It's because God has blessed me, and it's something that I know it's not something that I could boast. And that's why I want to share it to all of you, because the same principles that has worked for me will also work for you, because we have just one God who's blessing us and making His life and His work and His ability flow through us, and He wants all of us to be blessed. And I guess that's why I keep sharing videos like this, because I want you guys to also walk in it, participate in it, and the more good people that are blessed, the more of an impact you can make in everything. So just to recap, 7 P's that's real to me to be successful in the stock market. You need to know the right principles. You need to have the right plan. You need to practice. Kailangan mo siya lagyan ng pera/money. You need to have patience, that you won't get rich too quick, but if you do it right, you will still get rich anyways. Number 6, passion, that you have to love what you're doing, that it's not work. And number 7, you pray that God in all of His goodness is in control. So I hope you guys got a lot from this. This is different from what I normally share, but if you want more of this, stuff like this, please put them in the comment section, so at least I know what type of content that I'll do. And if you're watching me for the first time, my name's Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I make daily videos in both my channels. This one, Marvin Germo, and my second channel, Stock Investing Made Easy, where we talk about how you can trade the markets with confidence, that it can be done wherever you are in the world. It's possible to win in the markets. And by the way, before I put this to a close, in the links below in the description, you can order my books. They're all available via Shopee. In the links below also, online courses with Chinkitan and Shansi, collabs with them. In the links below, we have different playlists from technical and fundamental analysis. Everything I talked about is also there. If you want to collaborate, work with me, it's all there. So guys, like, share, subscribe, and I hope that this video added value to you, added content to you, and helped you into reaching your goals of financial freedom. So I really believe that you guys, all of you, are successful, that we are all successful, that success is a starting point. It's not something we try to be, it's something that's part of us. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.